there, everybody. I just want to take a few minutes and talk about something real quick. This year in 2021, the Baseball Hall of Fame will not have any new members at all. I'm not making this up. 2021 will not feature any new members to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Here's what's going on. Not one vote getter got over 75% of the vote, which is required. That is the minimum required to get into the Baseball Hall of Fame. The closest vote getter this year, Curt Schilling. He got 71.1% of the vote. He was still 16 votes short of getting into the Hall of Fame. Behind him was Barry Bonds with 61.8% of the vote. And then coming third is Roger Clemens with 61.6% of the vote. For the first time since 1960, there will be no new members to the Baseball Hall of Fame. And it's sad. How in the world did we come to something like this? Well, there's a lot of things. Number one, Curt Schilling. He's made some questionable comments on social media some years ago. Back in 2016, he got fired from ESPN for his comments about transgender people. And then with Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds, he's the all-time home run leader. Why is he not in? Roger Clemens, a 354 game winner. Why is he not in the Hall of Fame? Why is he not in? Well, here's why. The performance-enhancing drug issue that has plagued them both throughout their career. Now, Bonds denied knowingly using performance-enhancing drugs. Roger Clemens, he just flat out denied everything altogether. And all three of these players that I've just mentioned were on their 9th year of eligibility. Next year is the last year that all three of them are eligible to get into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Curt Schilling has already said for 2022, do not put me on the ballot. He wants to let the legends people decide that. He wants them to decide that to see what the truth really is. But I'll tell you what gets me. All three of these players were great players. Now, I'm not going to deny that. Schilling was a great player. He has a couple of World Series rings. Barry Bonds, he is the all-time home run leader, but I have a problem with him with performance-enhancing drugs. Roger Clemens, he's got a couple of World Series rings, a 354-game winner. His performance-enhancing drug issue, now my thing with Clemens was I did not like him. I liked him as a player, but I did not like him because he had an attitude. And he was a former Yankee at one time. And you guys know how I feel about the New York Yankees. So this year, no new members of the Hall of Fame. So what we're going to be doing this year, we're going to be celebrating the members of 2020, which means Derek Jeter, amongst others. I know it's going to feel a little bit different this year, come this time, but the Hall of Fame ceremony is still set for July 25th. Keep that in mind. But this year, there will be no new members to the Baseball Hall of Fame. And you're finding out why. Bonds and Clemens, they did it to themselves. And a lot of people have been asking me about Pete Rose. Should he be in the Hall of Fame? With that, I'm kind of on the fence, but that's for another time. I'm going to be very honest with you. So in 2021, no new members to the Hall of Fame. And all three of these former players will be on their final year of eligibility come next year. It's just been a crazy year. And it's been a crazy time for everybody involved. For the first time since 1960, the Hall of Fame will stand silent. The Hall of Fame will not have any new members come this year. And I think it's a sad deal all the way around. But what's done is done. And all we can do is move on. Okay, everybody, I want to thank you guys for taking a few minutes with me here tonight. I just wanted to give you my quick reaction to the latest news in the baseball world. And by the way, I'll be doing a special show for you guys on Friday at 12 noon. I'll have a lot to talk about with you guys. I want to thank you guys for taking the time with me today. Thank you so much for being with me today, and God bless. Good night, everybody. I thank you so much. You have a great night. And hey, thank you for the time, and you guys have a great night. Good night, everybody, and thank you.